to the Samsung stage. It's day 3, or is it day 4 of E3? Just having this conversation. I guess it's day 3 of the press conferences, but day 4 if you, sorry, day 3 of the live stage and everything open, but day 4 if you include the press conferences. So we're going to go with 3. Do you want to go with 3?
3.
All right, cool. I'm with Dave. How you doing, Dave?
Good, thanks.
Dave's here to show a brand new game that I've never seen before, but I've heard about it. So tell me, what are you showing off today, Dave?
So I'm showing Road Not Taken, which is coming to the PS4, Vita, PC, and Mac.
Okay.
It's basically a puzzle roguelike. So for the people who've played Triple Town and Don't Starve, it's kind of like the two of those combined.
Yeah, it's the same studio, you guys, who made Triple Town then?
Yes,
right.
we made
Okay.
Triple Town. That's right.
Fantastic.
So you're a ranger who plays. You play as a ranger who has to rescue kids who are lost in the forest.
Okay.
The forest
Noble profession. That's
yes,
good.
Absolutely. The forest is procedurally generated. There are dozens of objects and creatures that can appear in the forest, so no playthrough is ever the same. It's a fairly hard game. It is a roguelike, so when you die, you're basically starting over.
Okay.
I guess I'll just go ahead and show you.
Yeah, let's have a look. We've got
Yeah.
a live demo, so that's fantastic. So why don't we just play and you talk me through and tell me what's going on? That'd be
Sure.
great.
So here's the ranger,
Yep.
and as you can see, he only has one basic ability, which is he can. I can press
He can
space.
open the
Yeah,
options
exactly. I can
menu.
open
Oh my
the options
God.
menu. I can press space to pick up something, and I can press space to throw it. Like, that's what I do.
All right.
I can also, speaking of the options menu, I can also teleport to the mayor anytime. Those are my two abilities.
Teleport to the mayor. So what's his
Yes.
role?
His role
I can see you there in his nice sash.
He
looks
wants
pretty
the
good.
kids. He pays me when I bring the kids.
Oh, I see. So he's like, you save the kids, you give them to him. He's like, well done, and here's some
That's
money.
right.
All right.
Well,
Cool.
he's kind of a jerk, though. He doesn't really care about the kids.
You realize you're kind of trafficking children in this game.
Oh, actually, he basically sends the kids out to collect berries. That's why they're lost in the woods in the first place.
Wow, he sounds awful.
He's a total jerk.
He's a jerk.
He's
All
a total
right.
jerk.
I don't like him. All right.
So, okay, so here you go. So you'll notice there's a door on the far side. It has a 6 next to an ice cube. So I
Yeah.
have to get 6 ice cubes together to open that door.
Okay.
There's only 4 in this room. I got to go get some. So, okay, I'll go in here. Here's 2. Bring 1 over. Oh, you'll notice that when I hit that ice cube, it turned that thing into a giant block. That's
Yeah.
just one of the weird, random things that can happen in this
Oh,
game.
so now that's useless to us because it's no longer an ice
Yeah,
cube.
now I can't move it. Now it's just stuck there. I can't even pick it up. It's going to be
man.
blocking my way. So that's
Okay.
kind of a pain in the butt. There's 4. Let's go get this last guy over here. Come on. And and I'm about to die. I am going to cheat so that that doesn't happen. I'm playing completely inefficiently right now. Oh,
There's a
my
lesson
God.
there, guys. If you can cheat, cheat. That's what they say.
That's pretty much. And and before I even open that door, let me show you some of the cool objects. So this little raccoon, he's
Yeah.
a cute little guy, doesn't
Yeah.
cause any problems. If you toss him, then you make him mad. And now
Oh, what?
And now,
What?
and
No,
now he's-
raccoon, no.
Now he's attacking me. The wolf is totally peaceful. In fact, he's a little bit scared of me.
Oh, yeah?
But if I make the mistake of cornering him, then he'll start attacking me. Meanwhile, goddamn raccoon.
Raccoon's
get
a
away
pain in
from
the
me, right?
ass, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Too early for his shenanigans.
I need to get these six ice
Right.
cube swap places with
All right,
anything they
you're
hit.
almost there. You're almost there.
Almost there. There we go. Door's open. Okay, great. Now raccoon. There we go. Okay,
So wait, what's your health? Because you're getting hang a lot there.
my
I'm trying
health's
to
up
see.
here. It's at 386 because I cheated because I didn't want to die right at the
so you
very
buffed
start of the
yourself.
demo.
Right.
So, yeah, but
I see.
every time that's an important thing. Every time I pick up something and move with it,
Is that a ghost?
yep, that's a ghost.
Okay.
You'll notice that every time I move while I'm carrying this, I lose energy. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the major thing. You need to be efficient. You need to throw things, not carry them around.
Right. So is your health the same as energy, essentially?
Yep, my
Right,
health
okay.
is the same thing as my energy. In this room, by the way, because it's
Sorry, I just love your little pop-up. It's like, keep your distance. You did this to yourself. It's pretty great.
So in this room, because it's night, it's bright and sunny, I don't lose
Yeah.
energy when I walk around with things. So this is actually this is a nice
okay.
kind of like quiet, peaceful room. Let me show you a little bit of the crafting that you can do in this game, because it's not just about rearranging objects. That raccoon is just killing me. It's not just about crafting objects. It's about moving around objects. It's also about crafting things. So
Right.
for example, there's a magical. I have to get this deer out of the way. There's a magical stone well. If I hit a red ghost with it, it turns into a magic potion.
Of course.
Yeah, I know, exactly. It's totally intuitive, right? That magic potion will make things afraid of me. So,
Oh, cool.
I'll give you an example.
So-
I'll use it. This is totally useless, but I'll use it to make this white block afraid of me. Now that white block will run away from me if it can.
All right. Yeah, so I see.
That will work on anything. So if I
Even
encounter-
that big stone.
it'll work on the big stone, so I can make the big
okay.
stone run away from me. It'll work on the raccoon, so the raccoon will start attacking me.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of other things you can do. There's like lots of objects that you can craft in the game. So I'll also, for example, make that potion. And that potion is a potion of gripping. And that potion makes anything easy to pick up, even if I'm normally not able to pick it up, like the
Again,
big stone,
like
for
big stone.
example. But there's
Gotcha.
lots of other things that you might want to use it on.
Okay.
I can make axes, I can make spears, I can make food, I can make all kinds of stuff in this game. Not just with the stone well, but with like a lot of different ingredients.
So how big are these levels then? I mean, we've been to like 3 different screens. I mean, and how many children are there that you need to save within each typical level?
In this mission, there's 4, but it ranges from like 4 to 8, and the forest can be anywhere from 4 or 5 rooms to like 12 rooms. So it just depends on the difficulty of the mission. Right now, I mean, you'll see that it says year 7 down there in the bottom left corner.
Yep.
There's up to 15. Each year mission represents 1 year. There's 15 years in total. If you make it to year 15, which most people won't because it's really hard, you'll die of old age. That's your reward for finishing the game.
You die.
All the people in town come together to mourn your funeral.
At least they'll come out for the day.
That's right. That's right. At least they cared about you,
yeah,
right?
It could be worse.
So in here I haven't actually rescued any kids yet because I'm just goofing around. So let me go see. Okay. This is an example of a custom room. This is not procedurally generated. We've littered the game with about 3 dozen things that we've handcrafted to be kind of interesting puzzles.
Right.
So this is an example of one of those interesting puzzles. It's full of these crows that teleport stuff when they hit them. And full of these hawks. The hawks are actually kind of bastards. If you walk underneath this hawk, he does 5 damage and teleports you.
Oh, what?
Oh, and he just teleported me into a blizzard room. That's not good.
So is your energy going to go down in here, like natively, or?
I can do, so I can. Well, if I really need to, if I'm really screwed, I can try to teleport back to the mayor.
Right.
And that's kind of like your failsafe. But in this case, I actually kind of want to show you what happens in this room. I've got friendly foxes who attack ghosts on my behalf.
Yeah.
So they're kind of cool. We like them. But let me show you a boss encounter, actually, while we're at it. I will... Oh! I clicked the wrong one, hold on. It will take 2 more seconds. You'll get to see another puzzle room. Load. Custom room. Okay, there we go. So now, this is Baba Yaga. This is actually a folk legend that we borrowed. I think it's Russian or Polish folk legend, but basically she's a witch who likes to eat kids. So when you come into this room, the first thing that happens is the door slams behind you and you have to figure out how to open it. Meanwhile, she's taking a kid's toy and feeding it to her cauldron, which is kind of a warning. Hey, you better rescue the kids because they're probably next.
Yeah.
And if you don't rescue the kids in this game, you fail. So that's one way of dying. You didn't rescue the kids. So that's actually a really bad thing. It also feels terrible when you watch a kid get tossed into a cauldron. So in this mission, I happen to know, because of course I worked on it.
So is she chasing after you as well?
She totally ignores me. She couldn't care less about me. She's all about feeding the kids to the cauldron. So I need to get these skulls together, make a skeleton key, get the skeleton key into the door. Great, door's blocked. Okay. Now I need to get to her before she puts one of these kids. All right, there. Toss away the cauldron so she can't get, and the kid's gone.
Oh,
so I didn't handle that one too well.
No. Did they both die there?
Just the kid died.
The other kid? Were there not 2 kids?
There was. She got the other kid when I wasn't even paying attention.
Wow.
Apparently, I'm terrible at my own game. So there's a bunch of encounters like that show up. But most of the content, like 95%, is procedurally generated. It's more along the lines of the stuff I was showing you earlier.
Cool. So show us some other levels then, because we've seen like boss encounter, we've seen like an early game. I want to see you actually save a child, because so far you've not saved any children at all.
That's
not
true.
even slightly.
I have not saved any children.
Yeah. I don't think we should do that. It'll make me feel better.
All right.
It'll sit better with me.
I'll send myself to an earlier mission.
Yeah, maybe pick an easy level.
I'm actually pretty good at the game. I have beaten it twice.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Which takes about 7 hours.
Oh wow. Okay.
If you're good at the game, it'll take about 7 hours. If you're bad at the game, it will take 25 hours probably. Like when you first start.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So I'll go through. That was the village, by the way, that I walked through. There are villagers in the town that you can level up your relationship with.
Oh, brilliant.
You can get married.
Is that kind of like your kind of base you can return to?
Base. After every mission, you come back there. You give them stuff. They give you stuff. They can get, but it's not just. So it's not just. Oh, we become friends, then we become lovers, then we become spouses. Actually, bad things can happen, just like in real life. So if you're leveling up 2 relationships with 2 different people, and you get them both to a high level, one might get jealous of the other and break up with you. One of them could get sick, and then you have to bring them medicine, or they die. So there's actually
many valuable life lessons in there, I think.
The lesson that the game is actually trying to send is simply that there's no such thing as a perfect life. You just have to deal with the curveballs that life throws at you. So that's something that happens in town.
I like how your little character goes to sleep. In fact, who is your character exactly? We haven't heard about them really at all.
The character is, we don't tell you much about him. He's a mysterious ranger. When you first start the game, it shows you that he dies in the forest, and then he wakes up next to this staff, and he picks it up, and it glows to life, and that's all you know about him. That he's this dude who found this staff and now has this magical power. And the people in the town are like, oh, hey, you're a ranger, because they recognize this staff. You should help us out.
And you're like,
and he's okay, yeah, it's pretty much that simple. There's more to it, but I don't want to give any spoilers.
No, that's fine. Don't worry.
All right, there we go. There's a kid.
So what's the puzzle? What's the puzzle here, right? You got those 3. Are they hawks?
Those are hawks, so I don't want to walk underneath them because they'll teleport me.
Yeah.
What I want to do is get that kid reunited with her mom.
So you just throw these ghosts out of the way.
Kid and Mama
nice.
reunited, 1 of 5 children rescued.
Yeah.
So this is a
15 points.
relatively easy mission. Sure, they appeared right next to each other, and there wasn't that much to do.
What does the mole do in the bottom? What's
The
his
mole
game?
will actually swap places with other things.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So when you pick up the game for the first time, like, is there a method of teaching you what everything does, or are they like introduced to you the different characters, and you have to
A
like
lot of
mess with
stuff
them,
you just have to mess
and you have
with.
to just learn as you go?
That's
Gotcha.
right.
So you're like, oh, that's what he does. All right.
And you
okay.
can get tips. Like, so for example, if you bump into this thing, it says a slippery hunk of ice. So that doesn't tell you a whole heck of a lot. But you can actually go into your book of secrets, look up ice, and
it tells you there.
Ice
Yeah.
swaps itself with another object.
Slick.
So that's fairly straightforward. Sometimes it isn't that. It doesn't tell you quite that much. Like, and you just kind of have to figure it out.
And also tells you like recipes for crafting there as well, right?
That's right. So
Okay.
I'll give you an example. I'll bring it up real quick. Oh, I went too far. Where is the indented stone? Oh, I didn't bump into it, so it's not showing up in here. Well, anyway. There, beehive. And it tells you 3 beehives, when they combine, turn into honey. And then honey is something that if you walk over it, you get energy from. So
Fantastic.
there's tons of stuff
Okay.
like this in the
Yeah.
game. And actually, if you'll notice, it says I've got 25 secrets out of 200 in the game. So there are tons of stuff in the game that people haven't seen on, in this demo yet.
Excellent. So what about kind of level crafting? So if I buy this game and I managed to actually beat the single player, which I probably wouldn't because I kind of suck at these games, but I'd try. I'd probably be like there for 50 hours. But say I did that and then I wanted to make my own levels. Is that a thing that you guys are going to include?
Yeah, we totally want to do that. So the good news is the tools that the designers use to make content for this game are really, really simple and really powerful. I can make new, like a really cool new object that does something interesting and unique in like a matter of hours. So we want to take those tools and we want to make them accessible to players as well. So not just that they make levels, they can actually make whole new original objects that do interesting new things. And I don't know if we'll get it out. We certainly won't get it out at launch. We're hoping maybe by the first or second update to get those tools out to people so that they can make their own puzzles. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, we've still got a few minutes left, so why don't you boot up like one more example to show us?
Sure.
And in the meantime, though, if you're watching at home and you got some questions for Dave, then the best thing to do would be to tweet at me at CamFrazRob. There it is. The lower third appears. Our production guys are super slick. They knew that was coming. So if you tweet at me with any questions for Dave, I'll throw them at him. He'll knock them out of the park. But yeah, Dave, one more scenario. What are you going to show us?
I'm going to show you another boss room. This is the spider boss room, and you'll notice
spider boss room.
Yes,
right.
And you'll notice there's a theme in this game, which is that bosses tend to not care about you. They tend to go after the kids. So, which is really stressful because obviously no one wants to see kids die, and of course, if they die, you actually fail the mission. So
I love that should be on your business cards. No one wants to see kids die.
That's right.
It's quote of the day.
So in this game, here's how. And remember, this is a turn-based game. Every time I move 2 steps, the spiders move 1 step.
Right.
So you'll notice they've surrounded that kid and they've started cocooning her. If I don't get her out of there by 8 turns, actually with 2 spiders around her, it's 4 turns, they will eat her. The way I can unwrap her is by tossing her away, and that resets the counter.
Gotcha.
So I have to somehow get these kids out of this room before the spiders eat the kids.
And there's 3 spiders and 1 big.
That's right. Oh, and hold on,
spider.
I cheated. I teleported into this room so the doors aren't open. There we go. Now the doors are open. Now I can get her out. So there's that's unfortunate. I think here we go. So one thing you can do, I'm just going to toss that spider right out of the room.
Impressive.
Try to make it a little
That
bit
was a
easier
big
for myself.
spider.
Yes. Okay, now I need to get this kid out. The spider is blocking the door. That is
that's
unfortunate.
inconvenient.
I am, okay, let me get him out of there we go. Okay, spider's out of the way. Oh!
Bone.
Okay, that didn't work out. 1 down, 2 to go.
Man, this game's hard.
Yes. So here's an example of, I've got her over here. Now, I'll do a little bit of strategy. Teleport to the mayor.
Okay.
Come around from the side. And grab her.
Gotcha.
And now I've gotten 1 of 3 away from so that's an example of another boss encounter, where it's all about being smart. If you simply just bumble around in the center of the room, eventually you're going to find that all the kids have been eaten. So what you really want to do is think strategically about, can I come in from the side? Can I toss in some objects to help me? Maybe I could have grabbed the parent from another room, tossed her in here, and made a match.
Okay.
Maybe I could have made a fear potion and hit the little spiders with it so they would run away. Any number of
So
things.
there's lots of different ways you can take it. Okay. Well, I think we've still got like 1 minute left, so show us one more encounter.
Okay.
One more encounter.
I'll show you something that's not a boss encounter. I'll show you just a cool puzzle room. Chicken room. How's that? Oh, this is not the room that I was expecting. Okay.
Let's do this one.
Yes. So these rocks bump other things when you move them around.
Very happy rocks.
Yes, they're happy-looking rocks, and they shove other things around. I need to get these three of these little jelly-looking things together. There's just one trick with them. When you toss them a distance, oh, these rocks are really going to make this hard for me. When you toss them, you'll notice it just changed into a different object.
Right.
And now I don't have the conical thing that I need to actually open the door. So I need to actually figure out how to keep it.
Do you have to craft a conical thing now? Oh no, you've still got 3.
I just need to keep tossing. There you go. I keep resetting it, and it's some direction I toss it in. There we go. So if you toss it left, it turns back into the conical thing. So somehow I have to get 3 of these conical things together, given that when I toss them down, they're going to change into something else that I don't actually want.
Wow.
So that's the puzzle in this room. And if I can get 3 together, that door will open and I can keep going.
Well, Dave, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on stage this morning. Thank you so much for showing us Road Not Taken. So if people have liked what they've seen, they want to know more, they want to eventually get the game when it comes out, when's it going to come out? What platforms can they play it on?
So it's going to be this summer.
Okay.
PC, Mac, PS4, and we're hoping to do Vita as well at launch, but if not, a couple months after launch.
Fantastic. Okay, great. Well, guys, again, Dave, thank you so much for joining us on stage. Don't go anywhere, guys. It is, of course, the final day of E3, which is a bit sad, but we've got so many great games coming up across both our stages today. We're going to have Elite Dangerous on this stage pretty soon, which is something I'm very excited about. So make sure you don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.